Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Ruach Paul podcast. My name is Kingsley Chinedu. It is just my pleasure to be able to talk to every one of us. Ruach Paul podcast was born out of passion, out of incessant commotion, lack of direction, coming from the numerous young people I speak to in my day-to-day activities. So I decided to see if I can just compile some of those things into this kind of forum to be able to speak to them. So Ruach in Hebrew is the influence of God, or you could say divine influence. And then pop, we all know, is a place of drinking. And so Ruach, pop. Ruach, a place of influence. Pop, we know also in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18, the Bible said there that we shouldn't be drunk with wine, wherein in excess, but rather we should be filled with the Spirit of God, so that we can speak to ourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. And so, Ruach, place of influence, and then the pop, where you'll be drunk so much with divine influence. And so we're going to be bringing you ways, dynamics of how you can be able to navigate the traumas of finding your state in life, finding your way in life. It is such a big thing for young people. How can I be able to get to the zenith of my profession? I have interviewed professionals, people who made it through God. And so the first shot we're going to be having is the God factor. For you to be able to be successful and to get to the zenith of your life, you must have the Almighty as one of your factors. So I'll invite my friend, Kennedy Obi, who I have asked to make a video to do that. Let's hear him.
Hey bro, I just want you to trust God. I want you to forget what it is you think you are going through for a moment and just give a little attention. God loves you, and He loves you with an everlasting love. I can tell you from my own personal experience, okay? I was once lost, without direction, without purpose. I couldn't just, get my acts together. I was clubbing. I was addicted to smoking and all that, and my life was just without direction. But I can tell you that sometime in 1992, February precisely, things just turned around. I gave myself my heart completely to God, and I began to trust God. And that became my turning point. After all the years of trying to get admission into university, and I couldn't work and all of that, but that moment where I made a decision and said, no, I'm not going to depend on my own self again. I'm not going to just, lean on my own understanding. And I made my decision to trust God with all my heart. Everything changed. It's not because I became smarter, not because life became easier, but because God took over and began to direct me, began to give me purpose, gave me purpose, to live for, and made me to begin to believe in myself. And you won't believe it, that one time confused, directionless, aimless human being is today a PhD holder, a lecturer in a university, mentoring a lot of young people, and still, enjoying life and enjoying God. So I'm asking you to trust God with all your heart. If He did it for me, He can do it for you, and He will do it for you. I'm certain about that. So why don't you make a decision today and say to God, I'm going to trust you with all my heart. I don't know where I am, but I know that you can find me, and you can be able to pick me up from here and show me the way out. If that is what you feel like saying, go ahead and say it, and God is going to help you.